So explain the process and patterns of regional disparities in India and suggest suitable measures for bringing about regional balance. Regional disparity is a worldwide phenomenon. What differentiates the problem of the underdeveloped countries like India from that of the developed countries is the fact that whereas in the latter all inhabitants have an assured minimum level of subsistence, the concern of lagging regions is just to catch up. There is a marked regional diversity in the level of development within the country. For instance, per capita income ranges from 6,328 in Bihar to 35,705 in Delhi. In 1999 to 2000, India is a diverse country with uneven distribution of almost all resources that are necessary for the development of a region. For example, while Eastern Ganga Plain receives 150 centimeter rainfall and it is just 25 centimeter in Rajasthan, Western Rajasthan, which restrict the practice of agriculture. Nature and extent of regional disparity. So regional disparity is reflected in all aspects of Indian life. However, measuring regional disparities is a difficult task. Differences in per capita income are often highlighted to bring out these disparities in different states. However, aside from the fact that such a study reveals only interstate differences in the level of income and says nothing about interstate differences in the levels of income alone is not a sufficient indicator of development. Differences in industrial growth, disparities in agriculture growth, level of illiteracy in different states, percentage of workers in manufacturing industries of total workers, total road length, infant mortality rate, etc. can all be considered indicators for purpose of studied imbalances and inequalities in regional development. So disparities in per capita income. So per capita state net domestic product varies from state to state. For instance, per capita income ranges from 6,321 to 88 in Bihar and 34,705 in Delhi in 1999 to 2000. Thus, the ratio between states with the lowest and highest incomes is 1:5:6 only in 14 out of 29 states, and Union Territories per capita income is above 15,000 per annum. So proportion of population below poverty line ranges from 3.48%. So to highest interstate inequalities, we can calculate that per capita income of different states as a percentage of highest and lowest per capita income. Disparities in industrial growth. The initial distribution of industries in India was determined by the historical process of growth reflected in the interest of the British rules. As a result, most of the industries got concentrated at a few centers. This pattern can continue to be in the post-independence period as well. If the four industrially advanced states of Maharashtra, West Bengal, Gujarat, and Tamil Nadu are considered together, the true picture of regional concentration industries is explicitly brought into prominence. The more fact that approximately half of total output value added is found in these four states alone, while remaining 24 states and 7 unities contribute only a little more than half of the total value added, and total output is a proof of substantial regional concentration of industries in the four industrially advanced states. Disparities in agricultural development. So as far as regional sector, agricultural sector is concerned, regional disparities have increased over time, with the states of Punjab and Haryana and part of Uttar Pradesh pushing well ahead of others. This is due to reason that the success of the program of high-yielding varieties of seeds was limited to wheat growing areas only. In fact, due to HYVP, high-yielding variety of product, so HYVP, the combined share of the Punjab and Haryana is in total, but food grains rose from 7.5% in 1964 to 65 to 16.6% in 1996 to 1997 and 22.6% in 2000 to 2001. Total consumption of all fertilizers was only 0.76 million tons in 1965 to 67. It rose to 18.07 million tons in 2000 to 2001. Punjab ranks first with 184 kg per hectare. So followed by Tamil Nadu 163 kg per hectare. Andhra Pradesh 158 kg per hectare. So Odisha has the lowest consumption 44 kg per hectare of the cropped area. Other industries indicators of disparities. Urbanization is a part of developmental process. Therefore, percentage of urban population is normally high in relatively developed region. In India, more than half, 57.1% of the total urban population lives in 5 states: Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, West Bengal, Andhra Pradesh. All India level was 27.78% in 2001. In terms of urbanization, even otherwise underdeveloped states like Odisha, Bihar, Assam, Himachal Pradesh ranked quite low. Per capita domestic consumption of electricity was 681 kilowatt kWh in Punjab. Okay, followed by Haryana as against all India per capita consumption of 281 kWh. In Assam, Bihar, Kerala, West Bengal, Jammu and Kashmir and Uttar Pradesh, it was 200 kWh, or even less than the regional national average. So next, road length per 100 square kilometer of area is an indicator which adequately reflects development of a very important component. Development very important component of infrastructure. Very important, it is not very, I think. So distribution of roads is not uniform in the country. Density varies from okay, so it is here it is varies and it is mainly vary. So please remember, so density varies from only 10 km in Jammu and Kashmir and 375 km in Kerala, with a national average of 75 km. Infant mortality rate and literacy rate are two very good indicator of physical quality of life. Infant mortality rate shows a tendency to decline with economic and social development. Poverty in any society is considered as an important indicator of economic backwardness. In India, poor are one of the found everywhere, but the percentage of population below poverty line is not same at all levels in all states. Suitable measures are to remove regional disparities. Measures to reduce regional disparities can be classed into two groups: integrated approach of local planning. One of the important measures for reducing regional disparities in India leads to the preparation of integrated plans for selected areas, formulation of district plan. Among them, integrated plan are hill areas, drought-prone areas, tribal areas, and areas with concentration of marginal and small farmers are worth mentioning. Hill area development program. These programs were started in hill areas of Uttarakhand, Assam, Darjeeling, and West Bengal, and Nilgiri district in Tamil Nadu. The programs provided special emphasis on exploiting local resources of the hill areas through the development program of horticulture, plantation, agriculture, and animal husbandry, poultry, beekeeping, forestry, soil conservation, and suitable village industry. Next, tribal area development program. The program has also conceived for area with 50% of or more tribal concentration. The area taken under the program lie in MP, Chhattisgarh, Odisha, Maharashtra, Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh, Jharkhand, and Rajasthan. Most of the grants to this program are provided from the state plan funds added with a special allocation from the central sector. These programs are framed to benefit the common man. It deals with the special problems of the areas such as shifting cultivation, bonded labor land alienation, and programs related with credit and marketing, forestry, and road-prone area program. The main objective of this program were to provide employment to the rural poor and road-prone areas with inadequate natural resources and creating productive assets to mitigate the effects of droughts. The emphasis concentrated on integrated development of the area related to irrigation projects, land development programs, afforestation, grassland development, rail electrification, and programs of infrastructure development. Metropolitan regional planning. Large urban centers were treated as industrial growth pool. As a result, large-scale movement of labor from rural to urban areas accompanied urban-based large-scale industries. Such influx of migrants created several problems, particularly in the capital and port cities. Urban master plan was prepared to reduce the problems of rapid urbanization. Special integration and sectoral plans. Several programs specially designed to promote balanced regional development were integrated within sectoral programs during different plans. Community development program. This program was launched in the first plan. The country was divided into development blocks. This has been called as a multi-purpose approach based on the principles of all-round development, industrial location, and regional development. These programs aimed at decentralized industrialization. These programs encouraged industrial development in backward regions by providing a concessional finance, creation of industrial estates, establishment of public sector industrial estates, etc. Undertaking and preferential licensing infrastructural facilities were provided to locate industries in industrial estates. The estates were allocated near urban centers, but later on they were located in the rural areas. Also, these industrial estates developed rapidly during the 60s, but could not fulfill the purpose of balanced development. Intensive agricultural development program. This was adopted in the third plan. The essence of this policy was to select a few districts where the prospects of agricultural development were bright. The districts selected had assured water supply by irrigation, and in these districts, the farmers were provided with full package service like improved seeds, fertilizers, plant protection, and short-term credit. The outcome of India's plant development is a mixed bag. On the river side, rate of increase of income has been lower than the target. Agricultural performance has been weaker, and its industrial advancement lags far behind. The country could not achieve the objective of the growth with equity. Sustained efforts are still needed and reduce the visible disparities among states between rural and urban areas and between male and female. Thank you.